member for Timmins, James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, New Democrats remain the only party in this House that are pushing for reform and accountability, and Canadians are outraged by the magnitude of the scandal and look to this House for leadership. They don't expect it from the Senate, where we see the men who are in charge of the Senate review are actually named in the report. In fact, the Conservative senator says Canadians owe him thanks, and the Liberal senator, his leader, has been attacking the work of the Auditor General. No accountability, no contrition. So here's a simple reform step. Why don't we just cut off the taps to the trough, insist on higher ethics standards for them, and bring some accountability to this disgraced institution? Will they work with it?
Well, of course, Mr. Speaker, we understand that the NDP have absolutely no respect for the Canadian Constitution, Mr. Speaker, and they actually have no respect for the Canadian taxpayer. Because if they had respect for the Canadian taxpayer, they would be able to look at themselves and say, look, they, the NDP, have used $2.7 million of taxpayers' resources inappropriately, and they would pay it back, Mr. Speaker. But they're refusing to do that, Mr. Speaker, to the point where they're going to have to go to court, and 68 of them squeezed into the defendant's box all summer, Mr. Speaker, explaining to their constituents why it is they refuse to pay them back the money that they owe them.
The honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
Well, with answers like that after the next election, I'd suggest the member for Marker Ridges gives his resume to Sepp Blatter. I mean, rather than be the defenseman of Blatter, let's talk about the defensive change. If he wants to clean up the House, let's get rid of that Board of Internal Economy. Let's bring in the Auditor General to look at the oversight mechanism. On the Senate, let's start to deal with the corruption over there. Instead, he stands up and defends the indefensible time and time again. What happened to this Prime Minister who promised Canadians that he would clean up that House of ill repute in the upper chamber?
This is an NDP party that owes 3 times as much as the Auditor General has apparently identified in the Senate, Mr. Speaker. $2.7 million. This is an NDP member who in the last election went to his constituents and said he would vote to cancel the long gun registry, then came to this place, broke his word to his constituents, and voted to maintain it, and now supports a leader of the opposition who wants to bring that back, Mr. Speaker. When it comes to accountability and ethics, this member has nothing to talk about.
Hear, hear.